A stylist with a very vertical, very pink hairdo appraises you, lifting his glasses to take a better look at you. His face is kind, his features soft, and his makeup? Oh, impeccable.
Oh! How about we... Oh. Oh dear. I think I'm getting lost right at the start of all this. I'm so sorry, darling. My brain runs quicker than cheap mascara sometimes. Stupid Barry, disposable Barry, you're doing it again. Oh, just stop talking. I would like that, yes.
He takes a deep breath, shaking off his awkwardness and giving you a friendly smile.
Let's take this from the perfectly coiffed top, shall we? My name is Barry Styles. I am your one-stop shop for looking good, feeling great. Not that I have to work too hard at that because, and I don't know if I made myself clear enough on this point, darling, but you are looking fabulous. Why, hello! I'll be honest, because I like to be clearer than a freshly unblocked pore, I really don't like talking about myself, hun. I'd much rather talk all about you. And eyebrow hydration, of course. You really cannot underestimate how important it is to avoid a thirsty brow, baby. But mostly, I want to talk all about you. In fact, if you'd be so gracious as to indulge me, I'd love to really get under the skin. Oh, not literally, obviously. My products are for external use only. I mean, can I ask you a few questions? You and me both, darling. Okay. This is super exciting. I just love learning about what other people like. I haven't yet met with a taste I can cater to. So, with that in mind, I simply have to ask. Drum roll. Favorite brand of tweezer? Oh, okay, that's fine, darling. I had a whole extravagant Q&A planned out just for you, but if there's one thing I know, it's not to press too hard. That's how you get an uneven skin tone. I'm absolutely happy to move on if you are. Oh, then tell me. Tweeze me! Is there anything that company doesn't make? They literally make other companies, at least, if you believe the rumor they've helped the Scunthorpe Mafia set up that shell corporation. I like their tweezers, though. They're metal, they grip small things, they have those little grooves running across the curvy bit. Well, they're just really regular tweezers, aren't they? So, let me just make a mental note. No need to actually write it down. Got a mind like a steel trap. At least when it comes to tweezers and tweezer-related lifestyle choices. Ask me to remember a job interview or doctor's appointment, and I can't help you. But random hair conditioner trivia? I could give you that for days. Yes, darling. It's a tit for tat now. Play along, my little swan. Here, I'll do it. Barry, what's your favorite lipstick color? This is a good one. A classic of a beauty question. We can't have a beauty Q&A without knowing your favorite lipstick color, can we? Mine is pink. Impressive, no? Oh, you're right. It is merely grand. What, pray tell, is yours? Oh. Moving on. It's time for our final question. For now. That sounded threatening. Anyway, third cue. What do you think is the biggest reason to wear makeup? Oh, very much yes, darling! Standing out from the crowd? I love it. A sublime way to feel good about yourself, so long as you're into the attention, of course. Not everyone appreciates someone who sets themselves apart. Know what I mean? There's always going to be those who want conformity to keep you comfortably quiet. Maybe they're jealous of the self-confidence needed to be boldly different. Or maybe they're just self-centered and think their idea of normal is the only way to be. I've met my fair share of traditionalists who just take the unique and they hammer it and batter it until it fits their template. Don't ever let them take the hammer to you. Sorry, I spoke a lot again. Of course I did. I'm an overshare. Need to stop that. Well, darling, that about wraps up the cues. It was going to be a big 20-question thingy, but I just didn't do it, I suppose. Plus, I forgot half the ideas I had for it when I thought about combs for an hour. It is pretty silly, isn't it? Oh, God, Barry, you're really blowing it. Just don't start talking about combs. Sorry, I'll stop bothering you. Well, hello again, darling. Absolutely fab to be in your lumescent company again. What's new with you? I hope all is gorgeous. I am indeed. So, since we last chatted, I've memorized the hex codes of all my favorite shades of pink. And then I forgot them. I was supposed to be organizing all my color palettes before I got distracted by thinking about pink things and trying to name all the stuff I know that's pink. So, anyway, if you were thinking of going with the Smile Republic Berry Red eyeshadow today, I apologize in advance for not knowing where it is. Am I ever? Huh, I guess I'm just way too extra much of the time. Sorry, I'm sorry. Well, that reminds me, I was actually going to ask if you could help me with that. I mean, from the color coordination on your amazing outfit alone, it's clear you're far, far, far more level-headed than I am, darling, and I'm messier than one gets trying to do the mascara in the back of a moving taxi. Oh, wouldn't we all, darling? Go back to the days of being babysat. Something in between a parent and a childhood friend. Maybe you could get yourself extra helpings of cocoa if you promise not to tell the old folks. But I deflect.
Barry falls silent, the weight of his confession clearly getting to him.
It's more than that, though. For example, if I watched a movie, do you know how much I'd remember by the time we hit the credits? Same thing, just snapshots. Maybe a line or two for a while, but there can be more important stuff than that, too. It could be the happiest day of my life, and I'd still walk away with cliff notes that'll fade in no time at all. Feels like my brain robs from itself. Just takes away the things I experience and leaves an outline in its place. I can feel life crumbling away behind me like a particularly cheap liner pen. I often think that too. If things really did matter to me, I should remember them instead of being a big jerk and forgetting. Then again, my stupid brain's a steel trap for stuff that's totally not all that important. It's just whatever silly thing I'm mega focused on at the time. I once learned a whole bunch of meaningless facts about Herne Bay in Kent. At one point, I could quote you every line of I Want to Be Your Gunary or give you the history of the pinball machine. I could have told you all that. Until I got bored and forgot. The only thing that ever really stays is the thing I talk people's ears off about all the time. Cosmetics, product, makeup, and skincare, all that glitz. I'm never not fascinated by the things we style ourselves with, and I guess that's what makes Barry Styles Barry Styles. It's what I can remember, so that's me. Pretty ironic, darling. The closest thing to my heart is only skin deep. Oh, yes! I forgot that's what actually started this. I can't remember a single thing, and it looks to me like you're able to keep track of roughly 100 things at once. So, like, how? How can I at least pay attention to the things I want to pay attention to? Yeah. Sorry to have bothered you with my silliness. Hello, beautiful. Yes, that's me. I love the sound of my name, you know? I could say my name all day. Sometimes I do when no one is watching. I just remembered I've been working on another one of my world-famous Styles Profiles DM surveys. I'm calling my quizzes Styles Profiles now, because it's definitely a thing, I swear. Last time, we took a trip to the wonderful world of cosmetic products, but looking good is only part of feeling good, is it not? For the next stage of my artistically audacious audit, I've drummed up a series of questions all about hygiene and freshness in a second round I like to call Coming Clean. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I didn't mean to presume on your time, hon.
Barry's usual sunny smile is nowhere to be found today. He looks surprisingly frustrated with something.
Hello, sweetie. I'm afraid you've caught me at one of my rare inopportune times. Ready and able as I am to be available at the drop of a hat. Why do they drop hats? Never questioned that one. You know how sometimes you just accept a sentiment at face value and then suddenly one day you realize you have no idea what it means and you just said it because people have always said it? I'm gonna have to look that one up. Right, quite right you are, hon. Actually, that's the sticky issue keeping me all too occupied. You know how we were talking about my useless brain having more holes in it than a natural sponge? Now, I've been taking the advice to start writing things down so I don't forget them. Look, the first thing I wrote about was you advising me to start writing things down. I even remembered to use yellow eyeshadow to highlight the important things. At least, I think it was yellow? Wait, no. It was orange. Oh, for the first thing I attempt to try and organize my thoughts, and I make a bigger mess than my first 15 attempts at contouring. You're right. That's okay? I'm not sure I follow. I did remember to do that at least, yeah. Yeah, I did the thing. This brings me to my actual problem with how to ameliorate my memory. What do you do when you forget to write stuff down so you don't forget it later? Right? I've managed to jot down some important things, but I keep forgetting to do it. Then I forget the thing I forgot to write down, but I don't forget that I've forgotten it. I just remembered that there's something I forgot to write down and then forgot because I keep forgetting to write things down before I forget them. Really? You think? Perhaps you're right. Well, I did manage to at least... No, you make a fair point. I'm trying and I'm just not succeeding. Well, on that note, I best be off. One thing I did remember to write down is that there's a new boron blocker from Smile Republic that I have heard nothing but rave reviews about. We'll see if it passes the berry test. Oh, and I must make a note to find out what drop of a hat means.
Barry doesn't greet you at all today. He only stares at the wall in silence. There are dark circles under his eyes, and his makeup looks as if he might have slept in it.
Oh, it's you, darling. Sorry. Just, couldn't sleep. Thought about too much. None of it worthwhile. Worked out a few things. None of it fabulous. I think a lot of what you said was right. About me being normal enough. Too annoying, all of that. I've been trying too hard. Trying to maintain some sort of front. And honestly, I am just so tired of it. Yep, that's me. Should have shut up from the start. I could tell I was annoying you, and I just didn't stop. I thought if I could keep talking, I'd somehow make myself more likable. I just need to not. Just need to tone it down. Be normal. Or whatever. I do. I get sick of the sound of my own voice, and I get exhausted by my own thoughts. I'm tired of trying to hide it all under some loud, annoying personality. Tired of getting upset with myself because I can't remember anything. I am so tired of wasting so much time focusing on things that aren't important and letting the stuff that matters pass me by. But at this point, though, I'm too tired to even do anything about it. You know, you didn't have to like me, but you didn't have to be so blunt about it either. Maybe. I'm not really all that sad, not depressed or anything like that. I just can't summon the motivation anymore. All I know is I spent my whole life trying to be something that makes other people feel good, to find their comfort level and do my best not to be too weird or too awkward. I never did a good job. That didn't make the attempt any less straining. Maybe this is just the real me, underneath all the aesthetic and all the performance. Just burned out. Yeah. Okay then. You know, you didn't have to like me, but you didn't have to be so blunt about it either. Doesn't matter now, really. Can't be bothered to pretend like I'm not hurt, but I can't be bothered to argue about it either, so just needed to say it. Said it. No matter how pretty a job you do, a makeover ebbs away with time. The lipstick crumbles, the eyeshadow, it fades. Gel starts to powder and falls out like dandruff. And the smile you painted on starts to fade. You can fill it back in for a while, but you can only paint over the ghost of that smile so many times before it all cakes and congeals and just looks plain dead. And the face underneath, dry and sore and so utterly done with clinging onto the facade. Sounded quite poetic, didn't it? Bit pretentious, but pretense is just my style, you know, darling. Was I being too much again? Sorry.
Too bad. Hopefully the two of you can make up.
Hey, I had a question for you, but I've forgotten it. Sorry. Yeah, thanks to you, I know that's okay.